The vlogs are finally here! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. They were meant to come sooner, but you know me and the editing situation when you're on the travels is quite hard. But we now have a week of daily uploads of vlogs for your very eyes. But guys, obviously a lot of you are here for the Fortnite. Don't worry, in 1 week's time, Fortnite will commence on this channel once again daily. So make sure you are still subscribed. Drop a like if you're excited for these vlogs. And also, by the way, starting Tuesday night, back on the streams, alright? Tuesday nights, the vlogs are gonna come out whilst I'm actually back streaming. So make sure you follow my Twitch, link in the description down below. Now, the first vlog you are gonna watch is all the way back from the beginning of time, aka the end of May, beginning of June. Now, if you remember correctly, back then I took about, how long was it, Janine? Like 10 days? 10 days, something like that. I went to Australia. I took 10 days off Fortnite, off streaming, off life. Went to Australia. We visited Uluru, Ayers Rock, and we got a little camper van up in Darwin. So shout out to Travellers Autobarn for hooking us up with a camper van, which you'll watch later on in the video. But first up, right, I didn't really do much of a vlog out there. I sort of just recorded the. I did do a vlog, just not like a regular vlog. So I gotta commentate it. Okay, I gotta give you some context as to what we did and where we went. Now, first up, I flew in from the UK into Melbourne, and then from Melbourne I stayed there for I believe like 1 or 2 nights while Jean finished up uni, and then we flew to Uluru, Ayers Rock, and my god, was this a bloody good time. What you're about to see is our first couple of days in Uluru, and if you don't know what Uluru is, Google it. It's Ayers Rock. It's a giant desert, basically. You're in the middle of nowhere. So the first day we arrived in Uluru, Ayers Rock, in the middle of nowhere, we had a pretty chilled day. You know, we spent time looking around the small resort, the small town centre, had a bite to lunch, and then in the evening we went to this Sound of Silence dinner, which was like an Aborigine dinner where you get little canopies, you know, very posh canopies, which I don't personally like. I much prefer like a little mac and cheese, maybe a pizza. And then we listened to some guy play the didgeridoo. And then it was like an Australian Aborigine barbecue style dinner, and at this dinner it was good because we were meant to see the Milky Way, but there was too many clouds unfortunately, so we didn't get to see the Milky Way. But we did get to see a close-up picture of the moon, which Janine put on her Instagram. I've left that link in the description down below, which was just a nice little dinner, you know, to welcome us into Uluru, and I loved it. I also tried bloody kangaroo. Now, I know it's a hit and miss in Australia, apparently. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. But I had a nice piece and I had a not so nice piece. Kangaroo, don't know. So that was the first night. And then we woke up and this is our first proper day in Uluru. And that day was just bloody good. You know, we hired a car and we went off to Ayers Rock, Uluru, Ayers Rock. It's Ayers Rock, isn't it? Not Uluru. I don't know. But we went off, we had a little wander around, and this is what we got up to on the first day. Okay, so it's day 2, our final day here in Uluru, and today we're exploring Katajua. There it is over there right now, an hour away. Let's do it. This place is amazing. Listen to how quiet it is. Ready? Hey, go! It's just us here in the wilderness. Wow. This sunset gorge walk is honestly magical. However, it does look like the set of Star Wars, doesn't it? Like right now, there could be the desert sand people up there looking out for Ben Kenobi. Huh? Where? That is not a porg, Janine.
Yeah, I thought you were saying a bit like Star Wars.
Yeah, but that's not a porg, that's a bird. Wow, look at this, magical. So after exploring Katatajura on the second day, which was I actually preferred Katatajura to Ayers Rock. It was a lot more walks, it was a bit bigger, you know. We spent a lot more time there. Basically, if you're wondering what it is, it's essentially a bigger, more exuberant version of Ayers Rock, and they're about an hour apart, so you got to drive like 50 minutes to the resort to Ayers Rock, then it's about 45 minutes to Katatajura the other way. Both thoroughly enjoyable, and I liked it a lot, going around little walkies. And then in the evening when we came back to the resort, we went to somewhere called the Field of Lights. Now for me, I thought it was alright. Janine loved it because she is obsessed with lights and staring at lights, which is quite weird. But at the end of the day, it was quite cool, and it must have taken so long. I think it took like 2 weeks to set up and loads of volunteers to make it. And basically it was this field in pitch black darkness of just these cool lights. Have a look. And then we woke up so early in the morning. We had breakfast in darkness. We watched the sunrise. It was nice waking up that early in the morning, but it was bloody cold. It was like, I don't want to know how cold it was, but it was very cold. And then from Ayers Rock, we flew 45 minutes to Alice Springs on an empty plane. There was like, what, 10 people on the plane? It was quite strange. We flew over the desert. It was very cool to see from the air. So we arrived in Alice Springs. Didn't vlog it, there wasn't much going on at all. The only thing that was interesting was this trolley. As you can see, little trolley, looks like a Fortnite map. No, does it? I think it does look like a Fortnite map. And this was before, no, it was just as the trolleys were introduced into Fortnite. So there you go. Fortnite follows me everywhere I go. But from Alice Springs, we stayed one night, and then we flew up to Darwin, where the majority of our trip happened, and where we picked up the camper van. So we arrived in Darwin, had one day in Darwin before we went over to the national parks, and it was good fun. We went to go see this like croc cave. Wowzers. Wowzers. That's where you want to be. Right there. Oh my god, come on.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, it went for it. Did it go for it? Oh god. Christ. Well, imagine that going on your head. Imagine that going on your skull. No, thank you. Just held a snake for the first time in my entire life. Wasn't a fan of it. Held it for a total of about 10 seconds whilst Janine smashed the photo out. And not again, not again. And now we're, yeah, it was a black-head python, I think it was. But at least I did it, I'm proud I did it, just never again. Now this is the world's most venomous snake. Oh my god. See ya. Oh, Janine, it's eyeing you up. It's eyeing you up. The largest croc here is this. Look at the size of that. Like it just doesn't do it justice. That is humongous. God. I'm just not a big fan of crocs. But if you're ever getting chased by one on land, run in a zigzag, alright? They can't really run in zigzag, they can only run in a straight line. I said I'd dive in on this holiday, and I chose to do it at the worst time. Freezing.
Belly flop, belly flop, belly flop. 1.
Oh, it's fine.
The whale. It's fine, yeah?
Yes, it's fine, look. It's salt water.
Is it?
Yes.
Ew.
Oh. It's actually not even that bad. So we only had one day in Darwin. I wish we did have longer, as it was so warm, it was so relaxed, it was so chilled. There wasn't a lot to do, but it was just like chilled, you know. I wanted a bit of time to just relax. So from Darwin, we then went to go pick up our Cougar Campervan, which was sorted out by Travellers Autobarn. So thank you so much to them for hooking us up. It was so awesome to have that campervan for our travels. I've linked them in the description down below. Go check them out. But yeah, we picked it up and then we headed to Kakadu National Park and Litchfield National Park. Now, Kakadu National Park, just to give you some context to how big this place, the Northern Territory, is. The Kakadu National Park itself is the size of Wales. So the drives we were doing, they were 2 to 4 hours long, you know. It was a long drive to get to these places, but it was good fun driving along the roads in the middle of nowhere. Forest fires all around us, wallabies on the side of the road, and a lot of dust. It was pretty surreal, pretty scenic, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Now I know what you're thinking, Theo. You want to see our Cougar Campervan. You want to see what did we stay in and live in, and the state we lived in was actually quite good. I enjoyed it. So the big reveal, boys and girls, this was our Cougar Campervan. Okay, so the big reveal of our campervan in 3, 2, 1, kaboom! This is our Cougar Campervan, gifted to us for this trip by Travellers Autobarn. So huge thank you to those guys. Make sure you go check them out. I'll probably link them in the description down below. But let me have a quick tour of this place. We're actually in a Lynchfield tourist park, because that's where we're going first. We're going to the Lynchfield National Park. We're doing some walks, going up to Wongi Falls, I think that's pronounced. So it could be Wangi, I'm not really sure. But this is the front. This is the back. Janine's currently making some sandwiches. We've got a little fridge down there, a microwave, some Skittles. Oh, very nice. And then this is the compartment, the back bit, that turns into a bed. Very, very nice. It's very cool. Never actually been in a camper van before. And up there is some storage place. And actually, if we wanted another bed, we can. Only going to turn this one off as well. The first place we're going to today is somewhere called Florence Falls. That walk goes down. It's like a waterfall, pretty cool waterfall. And then to somewhere called Burley Holes. Is that right?
Burley Hole.
Burley Hole.
No, Burley Rock Hole, sorry.
Burley Rock Hole. Anyways, guys, it's going to be pretty magical. This is what we're going past at the moment. Loads of termite mounds. Termite mounds. Magnetic termite mounds. There you go.
And some mini palm trees.
And some palm trees. So we're in the outback here. We're in the bush. Is that right? I don't know. But we're in the middle of nowhere and we're absolutely loving it. First walk is done. I wouldn't really call it a walk, it was more like a stroll in the park, excluding the 135 steps we're currently walking up. But Florence Falls was very, very nice. Good little swim, great swim actually, thoroughly enjoyed it. Stayed well away from the fishies though. And now we find ourselves at Burley Rock Pools. Here we go. Look at that. There's different pools down each section of the river. I think it is. Anyway, this is it. Janine's finally put a toe in the water. She didn't come in the last one, but in we go. Oh, it's colder now. Oh. Oh. She's going in. Oh my, I don't know what technique this is. I don't know what this is. But so far, boys and girls. Oh my god, wait, is she going in? She hasn't submerged her full body into water yet. Is that it? That's as far as you're going. Okay. I forgot to say as well, do you like my new hat, guys? I bought this in England for the adventure, you know, for the outback. And I must say, I do suit it very, very well. I should have worn this earlier when it was peak sun, 33 degrees earlier on. It's now just gone 6 o'clock. We're heading back to the campsite because we're not advised to be driving in darkness. So that is why we're heading back. But you know, it's been a very peaceful day. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of my new app? And now it is night time and cooking time. Currently it is only 20 to 9. It feels a lot later, doesn't it? But this is our little setup at the moment. We've got a kitchen, we've got a speaker playing a bit of Post Malone, we've got noodles on the go. Janine's eating her noodles. The table's over here, actually it's meant to go like that. But yeah. And then after we've eaten, shower and to set up the bed. Good morning, guys. Last night we learnt some valuable lessons about camping. This is the first time we've actually camped together, and for me the first time I've camped in a long time. Lesson number 1, make sure you've arrived, set everything up, showered, gone to the loo, brushed your teeth before it gets dark, because if it gets dark, all right, you don't know what's outside, huh? It wasn't even dark, it was pitch black. Basically we heard noises and rustling in the bushes, and then something growled at me on the way to the bathroom. Something growled at me. I thought it was a hyena. I got very, very scared. My heart started racing. Not hyena, coyote. And I ran back and I was like, Janine, we're not going out. So I took a pan with me. I actually took a pan, but what was it?
A dog.
It ended up being a dog, but I only found that out this morning. But let me show you around the little Casanova. Ready? Here it is. Lovely. Jubbly. Alright, just had some breakfast, had my crunchy nut clusters, and now it's time to head and do some more walks. We finally made it to the other side of Kakadu. It's taken a long time. It's the size of Wales. We've checked into our lodging area for this evening, and now we've come to somewhere called something crossing, Cahill's Crossing. And this is it. We've come here an hour before sunset because apparently all the crocs are out and about and you can have a look at them. And there's people down in the river fishing, but you just saw the sign I just showed you. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we see some crocs. So unfortunately, no crocs this time. However, if you look over there, there are some cars in the river because, oh my god, wait, what? They're going for it. Oh my god, they're going for it. Don't be in one of those cars ended up in the river, buddy. And we're gonna make it across. We were gonna watch it live. And the car successfully made it over. From not seeing crocodiles to a major success. We've just climbed, I can't remember what lookout it is, but it's a lookout in Uber. And check this out, guys. Make sure, if you can, try and go out and see the world. Because this is bloody awesome. And if you were wondering, these are the rocks that we were clambering up. Ready? And there's the rest of the people. Oh mate, I just can't get over this. This is amazing. Oh. So we were told that there could be some forest fires around here. I don't know whether these are controlled or not, but guys, oh my god. What the hell? They look controlled, don't they? Because they're in like a straight line. That is mad. Dinner is served. We've cooked our dinner on here. We've gone for
It was
us. It was a joint decision and a joint effort in making this do. We've gone for macaroni, basically a tuna pasta bake without the baking bit. But here we go, lovely jubby. Dinner time. It's the morning and it's our last day here camping in this Cougar Campervan. Once again, a huge thank you to Travellers Autobarn for hooking this Cougar Campervan up for us. Make sure you check them out, linked in the description down below. And look, one last look at it. We've also got a lot of walking to do at the moment today, so we'll make sure we get on and do that. But I thought you'd quickly show it during the day. Okay, we've just waded through the harsh Australian outback and now we're here upon the rocks. And I've got my walking hat on and so far so good. We've got a steep climb. I think it's like a 600-meter climb up this. It's not that steep, it's quite shallow, but apparently it gets steeper up the top. Oh, here we go. I'm not rushing it. I need to improve my cardio. Okay, I'm getting fit, I promise. The lookout is a treat. Look at that. It's weird to think that we are literally right now in the middle of nowhere, and if it wasn't for humans inhabiting certain areas of this land like a few kilometers away, we could die here. While we're up here taking some Instagrams, I think I'd use this time very nicely to plug my Instagram, so make sure you go follow me at TheoBaker_, linked in the description down below. One thing I really wanted to see whilst I was out here was a wild crocodile. Now obviously we saw them in the Crocosaurus cave back in Darwin, but we've come to this billabong here and it does look very crocodile-esque, doesn't it? There's definitely something in there lurking in the water. Are you gonna go for a swim, Janine?
No.
Why not? I dare you to get in the water.
No,
but that might be the end of you, so actually don't do that. The long trek up to this lookout is being rewarded with a good little lookout. It's 4 ways, all right? We've got the protected river, a protected river lookout over here, creating the country lookout over here, lowlands lookout over here, and the stone country lookout over here. It is a long old drive back to Darwin, just pulled over to stretch the old legs, but this is pretty much the end of my trip. Tonight I head back to Melbourne, and from Melbourne I head back to England. Janine is actually carrying on with her trip around Australia. She's going to Perth next, I think, so if you want to follow her, leave a link in the description down below. We've actually stopped in what seems to be a precarious location. I think it's quite a controlled fire, but look at it, over there, just on the side of the road. We've been driving past loads of them. But this is the end of my time out here in Australia for this adventure. Once again, thank you to Travellers Autobarn for hooking us up with the Cougar Campervan. But for now, it's time to head home, head back to England. So if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, see you on Fortnite.